Work-life balance, they say. Who has a work-life balance nowadays, dads? Let's think about it. If you're stuck on the 9 to 5 hamster wheel, as we call it, who truly has a work-life balance? Because a lot of the times you're working for an employer. So they dictate every move you make, pretty much. When you work for someone, you have no freedom. We got to be real. We got to be real with ourselves. That little benefit that they may give you, that's still not freedom. You may say, "Oh yeah, my boss does this for me. They give me this much time off compared to my other job." It's still not freedom at the end of the day. You know why? Because at the end of the day, they still tell you when to come into work. You still have to follow a strict schedule. Even if you may get some breaks, you still have to come in when they want you to come in. Because your boss has to answer someone higher as well. A lot of the times, these jobs, in general, they tell you when to eat. They tell you when to use the bathroom. Trust me on that. They definitely tell you when to use the bathroom. I used to be in the special education field. And trust me when I say, people monitor the time that you're away from the classroom and you're in that bathroom. It's a shame. It's a shame how many miserable people we have out here. Monitoring the time that you're away and out into the bathroom, away from the classroom. But a lot of us do not have that work-life balance. And I'm speaking more specifically for dads. We don't have it. A lot of us, we come home, we're exhausted. And dads, does this sound familiar? You get home, you park your car, your music is still on, you have your favorite music on, and you don't get out the car. You stay there. You know your kids are inside. Whoever's watching your kids, they're waiting for you to get home to probably relieve them, because they've probably been with the kids all day. And you just sit there. It's not that you don't want to go inside, but it's the fact that you're trying to decompress from all the stress that you faced earlier in that day. And trust me when I say it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of stress. And dads, we gotta realize that decompression time is very important. And with our schedules, a lot of times we're not going to get that decompression time unless we make time for it in the free moments that we have. Like right now, I'm using an app called Calm. So I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but download it if you're interested. So it's an app that has meditation music on it. It has someone speaking to you on the other end, telling you how to take deep breaths. Basically, it's an app that will help you to kind of center yourself, a mindfulness app. That's my way of trying to get away from the world. We all need a way to get away from the world because the world is so stressful. And us dads, we don't have a lot of platforms out here. It's so crazy how in 2024, if you really look around, there's not a lot of platforms for us to voice our emotion without being criticized, without being demoralized in some form or fashion. We should be able to voice our opinions without harsh criticism. Because unfortunately, a lot of the harsh criticism may come from the women we love. That's the unfortunate part. It may come from the women that are our friends. And we love these women. We love them. But that's one part of women that we probably do not, we most likely, we don't like that part. Let me just say it straight. We don't like that part. It's something that we want to be able to have that platform, not to be judged. And I'm sure women vice versa. We need a space to voice our opinions. Again, I reiterate, we need a space to voice our opinions and not be judged. We need a space to cry. It sounds funny coming from a man, doesn't it? It doesn't sound funny to me because us men, we don't get a chance to really deal with our emotions. The world is telling us to shut up and dribble. The world is telling us, go do some overtime. Go work. Get on the grill and go cook up that meat. They'll tell us anything else except, how are you doing? How are you feeling this morning? How are you feeling this evening? Fellas, dads, we're not our job. We're not our occupation. We're not our careers. We're more than that. We have blood running through our veins. We have a heart. It's okay if you feel a certain way. And it's about time we let people know that. We have feelings. This is how I feel. You may not agree with how I feel, and that's okay. It's okay. We come into a society where people can't have an opinion without someone harshly coming back at them. When is there a time to just disagree or agree to disagree? You don't have to agree with everything I say. Just like I don't have to agree with everything you say. And it's okay. We can still be friends. We can still be whatever relationship you're in. We can still have that relationship. But dads, I just want to remind you, like, take time for yourselves. Honestly, it gets stressful out here, especially with this whole so-called work-life balance. What is that? What does that mean? Because honestly, from what I've seen in my experience, the people who really get work-life balance is when you own your own business and you have people working under you. When your money is working for you instead of the other way around, that's when you get work-life balance. That's from my observation. I've seen that. But when you work for an employer, there is no such thing as work-life balance. They want you to believe that because they want you to come back. And you got to remember something about a job. A job is an acronym for just over broke. You got to remember that. They are going to pay you the bare minimum they can pay you. They're not going to pay you enough for you to leave the job, but they're going to pay you enough for you to come back. Let me say that again. They're not going to pay you more than enough for you to leave the job, but they're going to pay you just enough for you to come back. And that's truest, one of the truest statements I could tell you right now. And it's time we as dads, I'm sorry to go over the topic, but we as dads, we have to evaluate ourselves and see where we are. What are we doing in our lives that we can do better in? Maybe that job is not for you because it's not giving you the work-life balance you need. You're not able to spend time with your kids. You're not able to spend quality time with your wife. You're not able to take her on that vacation she's been dying to go on because that job is not paying you enough. That job is not giving you the benefits that you need. Your children get sick left and right. You don't have any more PTO. So now you got to apply for FMLA. I'm sure a lot of people know what I'm talking about right now, and it's very relatable. I've been through that. I know. And with FMLA, some of it doesn't pay you. The job that I recently had did not pay me for it. Each day I took off, I did not get paid for it. So we really, as fellas, as dads, we gotta take time for ourselves. Because think about it again like this. What cup are you pouring from? Remember, you gotta pour back into your family. You gotta pour back into your kids, your wife, your mom. What cup are you pouring from? Is it an empty, tired, exhausted cup? because you feel like you have no time for yourself. You can't make time, any kind of time for yourself in any of your free moments? Or are you taking some moments for yourself, as little as it may seem or be? Are you taking moments for yourself where you can say, you know what? I got this burst of energy. Now I can spend more time with my wife, my kids. I can give a little more myself because I decompressed. I took some time. And trust me, fellas, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I'm still struggling with it. I'm still struggling with this. My decompression time is just watching TV at night. Preferably a nice chilled glass of wine. Sometimes I even light the candles. Be real. Be real with yourself. Be honest with yourself and what you do that helps to kind of bring you back to reality. A lot of us need it. We need this time to get back to our real selves. Because make no mistakes about it, your real self is not the person that goes to work. I'm going to repeat that again. Your real self is not the person that goes to work and brings home a paycheck. That's not your real self. Your real self is the person that takes care of your family. The real self is the person that your daughter sees every day and wants to give a hug to. The real self is the woman that's beside you telling you, I love you. Be safe out there. That's your real self. Don't let your employer fool you. Don't let social media fool you. Social media is a big facade. Trust me, it's a big facade. There's a lot of unhappy people out there claiming to be happy, and they're getting in front of camera and putting on a front. This is as real as I can get right now because my life ain't perfect. But I'm coming to you guys, other dads, because we need to be real with ourselves. We need a platform, and this is the platform that I'm creating because I hope to affect someone out there that may be going through something similar like myself. Don't be afraid to be real with yourself, fellas. Dadding is hard. I repeat, dadding is hard. Our kids need us though. They need us. And we need our kids. And we need them to be successful. We need them to grow. We need them to be strong in this world. This world is full of hate. So once we let our kids go outside that door, we want to equip them with all the knowledge, all the strength that we put inside them. We want to make sure they're equipped to go out into this world, not ignorant. Fellas, I love y'all. We gotta make it happen. We gotta make it happen, not only for ourselves, but for our families. Please take time to find that work-life balance. I know it's hard. The way life is set up for the 9-to-5 employee, it's not set up for you to have a work-life balance. They're claiming that this is available in certain jobs, which may be more so the case in certain jobs, more than others, but all in general, it's all the same thing. They still own you. You're just a number in the job. Remember that. HR is not your friend. Your co-workers are not your friend, because if it comes down to it, they're going to protect their own selves and their families and their little paycheck they get. You got to remember these things. Go to work, do a job, come back home to your family. Don't mess around with some of these co-workers. You think you're smiling in front of them, you're laughing, you think everything's a joke. You're telling them your business. Next thing you know, they tell your business to someone they didn't need to tell it to, and then now it's a whole bunch of high school drama. No. Stay away from drama as much as you can. Try to avoid it. Try your best. Fellas, again, thank you for watching my video. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.